good morning, and happy Wednesday to you. Words of encouragement this morning will be coming from Acts, the 27th chapter, verse number 22. What do you know when you're in a really perilous situation? What do you know? If you like I used to be, you cry out to God in desperation. Do you know one afternoon when I was squalling to God about something, He interrupted me and said, "Did you know I don't hear the cry of my children when they cry out in desperation?" "What?" I said. "I thought you did." He said, "No." He said, "I hear the desperation cry of a sinner because that's all he can cry about. But once you get born again, son, daughter, you ought to be crying out of faith. I hear the faith cry." So I said to myself, what is a faith cry? It's calling things that be not as though they were. It's what the Bible means when it says, "Let the weak say, I am strong." Do you know that the Apostle Paul knew how to use the faith cry? And that's why in Acts 27, he exhorted the men on that battered sinking ship to be of good cheer. He was telling them to start crying by faith. Can't you imagine what those sailors thought when he said that? Listen to that stupid preacher. We're sinking. And he says, be of what? Be of good cheer. We've thrown everything we have overboard. And he's telling us to be of good cheer. I know you may feel just like those sailors did right now. You may feel like your ship's going down. You may feel like crying out in desperation. But don't do it. Instead, do what Brother Paul said and be of good cheer. Cry out to God in faith. That's right. "Lord, I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to despair. I'm going to be of good cheer because your word says you will deliver me from that situation." That's what Psalm 34:19 said. So start being cheerful. It may take more determination than anything that you've ever done before, but God will give up, and He will give you the strength to do it. He'll give you the power to be cheerful in the middle of most ungodly darkness that the devil can bring up. So instead of crying out in desperation, take a faith stand, sing and rejoice, and praise God for your deliverance. Be of good cheer, and you can be sure that God will bring you through the storm just fine. Acts 27:22. And now I exhort you to be of good cheer. So be of good cheer. Word up.